Kokushibo is one of the 12 Kizuki who currently occupies the position of the first ranked Upper Moon Demon. He is one of the characters that fans are curious about because of his appearance that looks similar to Yoriichi. Who exactly is Kokushibo, and how did he become a demon? Here are 16 facts about Kokushibo. This video contains many spoilers, so if you don't like spoilers, please leave this video. Kokushibo is a very tall man of muscular stature and pale skin complexion. His most notable feature is the 3 sets of eyes on his face with yellow-orange irises and red flesh sclera that have black straight lines diverging from each iris. As a demon, Kokushibo's appearance was nearly identical to his human form. In terms of age, it can be said that he is the oldest demon among the 12 Kizuki, as he lived since the Sengoku era. Approximately, he is now more than 480 years old. Kokushibo is reserved, silent, and aloof, maintaining an aura of unnerving tranquility and mystery that complements his position as upper rank 1. He rarely speaks. When he does, he talks in a slow and emphatic manner that gives more gravitas and authority to his words. He displays a very strong sense of loyalty towards muzan kibutsuji, with most of his actions being done with the sole purpose of fulfilling Muzan's goals. Before becoming a demon, Kokushibo was a human named Michikatsu Tsugikuni. He was a swordsman and demon slayer who lived during the Sengoku era. You might be familiar with the name Tsugikuni, as Kokushibo, aka Michikatsu, is the twin brother of Yoriichi, the most powerful demon slayer ever born in the Sengoku era. Unfortunately, Kokushibo himself had fallen into the darkness and was lured by Muzan's advances. Michikatsu, who was supposed to hunt down the demons, instead sided with Muzan and betrayed the Demon Slayer Corps and his brother. Throughout his life, Michikatsu was constantly overshadowed by his twin brother, who was always superior to him in various aspects, especially sword skills. Despite his hard training, Michikatsu was never able to compete with Yoriichi. Muzan, who saw through Michikatsu's dark side, approached him and managed to seduce Michikatsu. The Demon Slayer was now transformed into a powerful demon. In fact, even after he became a demon, he couldn't surpass Yoriichi. He once faced off against the old Yoriichi and almost died. Kokushibo survived that fight only because Yoriichi died first due to age. In his old age, Yoriichi was still very dangerous. One of the things that frustrated Kokushibo during his lifetime was his inability to master the sun-breathing technique, the technique that Yoriichi Tsugikuni was naturally gifted with. Eventually, Kokushibo decided to develop the moon-breathing technique. By doing so, Kokushibo became the only demon capable of using the breathing technique. Kokushibo, who has lived for almost 5 centuries, has not wasted his time. Evidently, this demon has honed his combat skills and has created 16 moves or forms of the moon-breathing technique he uses. In addition to mastering the moon-breathing technique, Kokushibo has also mastered his own blood demon art, the crescent moon blades, as a complement to the breathing techniques he has honed over hundreds of years. However, the blood demon art seems to be rarely used by Kokushibo, as he prefers to show off his moon-breathing technique. Even so, Kokushibo's blood demon art is certainly no less terrifying than any other technique. With the demon technique collaborated with his breathing technique, he is able to create and manipulate dozens of sharp crescent-shaped blades from his flesh katana. Yoriichi was known to have been born with the Demon Slayer mark on his face. However, at the time their family thought that the mark was a curse. Not only Yoriichi, Kokushibo himself turned out to have awakened his Demon Slayer mark. Even so, he felt he could not match Yoriichi's abilities. Kokushibo thought that everyone who had the Demon Slayer mark would die young. This was another factor in him accepting Muzan's offer, so that he could live longer. Kokushibo's transparent world not only allows him to predict movements, but he can actually see his enemy's muscles, blood flow, and joint movements. This makes Kokushibo's predictions impossible to miss. Kokushibo is a former demon slayer. It's no wonder then that the weapon he uses is a nichiri. However, the weapon named Flesh Katana has been modified with his demonic techniques. Kokushibo's flesh katana was created from his own flesh and blood, making it as sharp as the Demon Slayer's Nichiren swords. In addition, this weapon is also known to be very difficult to destroy. One of the ways to advance in the Upper Moon Demon hierarchy is to defeat the demon that occupies the position as Seeks. In this case, Kokushibo, who is Upper Moon rank 1, has been challenged 3 times. Normally, after defeating the demons he dueled with, Kokushibo would eat them. However, Kokushibo made an exception for akaza. One of the truths that Kokushibo managed to find out through his transparent world is that Muichiro and Yuichiro are his descendants. More precisely, Muichiro and Yuichiro are the children of Michikatsu's descendants in the Tsugikuni family that he had left behind. On the verge of the Demon Slayer core final battle against demons, one new Upper Moon demon was introduced. He is 𝐋𝐢𝐜𝐞, who is ranked 6. As it turns out, 𝐋𝐢𝐜𝐞 is Zenitsu's senior, and Kokushibo is the one responsible for 𝐋𝐢𝐜𝐞 turning into a demon. Kokushibo is undoubtedly the strongest demon whose level is only 1 level below Muzan. To fight him, it took the combined strength of Muichiro, 𝐻𝐢𝐜𝐴, Tsunemi, and gyomei. Thanks to them, Kokushibo was defeated.